Welcome on into Daggerheart characters. It is time for another couple of communities. I've already released a video as long as I release these in the correct order, which it's possible that it's not. So if not, there will be a future video where I did a community for the big town people or small town people, big city born, small town born, however you want to phrase it. You get the idea. And I totally forgot when I was filming those, recording those, I meant to sing, Small Town Girl. I can't sing those, so you're very welcome for not doing that. And of course, just a small town boy. Wait. Just a city boy. Born and raised in South Detroit. Yeah, I can't sing. All right. If that was too bad, then I've cut out any traces of me singing, and if it didn't hurt my ears, then I left it in there, regardless of how bad it actually was. Did I try? I gave that probably a good solid 90% effort on that. Once again, not a singer, but maybe I'm an entertainer, maybe I'm not. I don't know, am I succeeding at this? If you are enjoying these videos, if you've been around for more than just this video, don't forget to drop a like. If you're enjoying this one by the end, please don't forget to drop a like at that point. Subscribe for more. I'm doing subclasses, I'm doing classes, I'm doing just like character designs that you can do within the game. So far, I think what's been the most successful and probably what I've had the most fun doing is trying to recreate actual fictional characters, and I would go nonfiction, and it's been great fun. I'm going to do some of this anyways, so to some extent, hopefully I will always be able to put them up here regardless of the community size. But of course, if we grow, then we grow. So if you think I'm worth growing, then let YouTube know that. What's the other thing that I forgot? Then commenting helps so much too with the algorithm. All right, entertainer born. Oh, and just, give me your requests, and I will try to do them. This, by the way, did I mention that? This video is because of a user request. Somebody in YouTube commented in a different video, earlier video, and they suggested doing this because they felt, and I agree with them, that there are not enough communities in the game. And in my other video, I did go on a little bit of a dialogue about some complaints about how they created the communities that they do have. But nonetheless, we still made some. And if you have any other ideas, I would love to make another video with some more community ideas to put out there. So toss them out in the comments as well. Now, time for the entertainer born. Being from an entertainer community is always a unique experience. Whether it's the flamboyant flair of circus performers, the secretive precision of illusionists, the dedication of those who perform late into the night, or the heartfelt passion of troubadours, the hours spent perfecting their craft are a unifying force. Within each entertainer community, there's an infinite tapestry of individual stories, motives, and challenges. What truly drives each artist? Is it for fame, wealth, freedom, or a love for the craft itself? Were they raised in this community? Did they find the community? Was it desperation in an effort to make ends meet, or has society rejected them and left them with no other options? Regardless of the reasons, being an entertainer is a hard living, but few would trade it away. And with that, we get our creative experience as the feature. Write down what specific entertainer community you were a part of, why you or your family were there, part of that community, and sum up the lifestyle that it gave you in one brief sentence. And I did go, like in the other video, I talked about one complaint about these. I did kind of go into the fact here that, maybe this is not a community you were born into. You don't have to have been born into this community for it to have a big influence on the identity of who you are. I don't think. The one community that they didn't do is middle class, right? Because who wants to be middle class in their epic fantasy? Well, sometimes middle class can lead to other things. Maybe you're not satisfied with that middle class. You're looking for different types of adventure and, an entertainer community is one of those. People do it all the time in the real world. You know, LA's got a whole lot of not famous people who are still trying day in and day out to make it, whether it's for the fame, the money, or because that's what they like to do, you know? It's just how love is. So, life is. So, with this, basically you just treat this as a bonus experience. I gave it a +3 bonus. And once per rest, you can mark a stress instead of a hope when using this experience. That doesn't mean you can only use the experience once, by the way. I know that could be misread. But once per rest, you can mark a stress instead of a hope when using this experience. What trumps that as the first sentence is that you treat this as a bonus experience with a +3 bonus. Just like any other experience, you can spend a hope, you can add that bonus to a relevant situation, and here we've kind of created that relevance with those 3 questions that we've answered. Something that this game does a lot with a lot of their other stuff that they've done already, right? So, yeah, I thought that was cool. I had a different way I was going to go with the Entertainer Born originally, or maybe it's the Artison Born, and then I realized that basically already existed. So I had to create a whole new Artison Born feature there. But let's do it, Artison Born. I should say my big city feature was also, without realizing it, I created that, and then I realized one of the features is kind of the same thing. Maybe actually 2 of them, like the Loreborn and the Orderborn, I think, are kind of the same thing, where like they also listed 3 ways that it can be that it can come up and give you advantage in like 3 different situations. So that is also kind of from the book already. Onto our Artison Born. Those from the Artison Born community bear witness to a unique blend of artistic expression and practical application. They are the skilled laborers, the diligent craftsmen, the journeymen perfecting their trades, the tireless repairers, and the resourceful do-it-yourselfers of society. While they may not live in the grand castles of the lords or sleep in the shanties set up for the needy, they are the ones who design and build them all. Artison Born rarely attend formal schools. Instead, they join apprenticeships where their hands are their tools and their masters are their teachers. Their truth lies in their work, their value in its quality, and their worth in the tangible results of the labor. Which is just kind of saying the first sentence over again, but things work better in 3s, and it sounded good, but I feel like it's just kind of repeating the same thing. I tried. Let's go on. What do we get here? We get resourceful. When you use your downtime to work on a project, roll your duality dice. It took a lot of thinking before I came to this one. So when you use your downtime to work on a project, roll your duality dice. This part's pretty intuitive here. So on a failure with fear, you would not tick down the countdown die. You are supposed to use a countdown die, by the way, for the work on a project. So that's the countdown die that this is referencing. On a failure with hope, you do get to tick it down once. On a success with fear, you would get to tick it down once as well. On a success with hope, however, you get to tick it down twice, which would be more than you normally could. Just like on a failure, being able to still tick it down would be more than you normally could. And on a critical success, you get to kick that down 3 times. So basically, your expertise would allow you to work faster on this project than most people would be able to get it done with. Something that technically maybe a GM would have done for you anyways, but hey, now let's let the dice decide just how quickly it can be done. And I would say there's a chance that you could get it done, quite quicker than the GM would have allowed anyways. Additionally, if you are taking part in a dynamic countdown where your craftsmanship could come in handy, you gain advantage on any rolls in relationship to the task at hand. So there we go. Those are the Artisanship and the Entertainer-born communities. I suppose I should provide these for you if you wanted to use them. So I will try to remember to actually put these up on a Google Doc, have a link in the description to that Google Doc for you to be able to pull these from and show to your GM or whatever, or show to your as extra selections for your players if you are a GM yourself and you like these. So yeah, there's a little peek there at the small town, big city. You could pause those to check what those were, but there's a video out for that as well. Maybe that'll be coming in just a moment. Maybe it's already on the screen, a little link to that. All right, peace out.